In a rare clash between elected leadership and royal tradition, Britain's new Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, makes a bold move, pulling forward Donald Trump's state visit to the UK. But behind this political fast-track lies a quiet royal hesitation, and a question that echoes through the halls of Buckingham Palace: who truly sets the tempo of diplomacy in the United Kingdom? It begins with a letter carried across the Atlantic by the Prime Minister himself. A royal invitation, signed by King Charles III, offering Donald Trump a second official state visit to the UK. A powerful gesture. A symbol of friendship. But also, according to insiders, a gesture meant to unfold carefully, deliberately, later. The king envisioned a summer retreat, a private reception at Balmoral, where introductions could be made in a low-pressure setting. Yet, days later, Downing Street would push for something very different: a grand, public, full-scale state visit, in September. For Prime Minister Keir Starmer, the timing wasn't just about optics, it was strategy. A new Labour government, eager to reinforce the special relationship, saw an opportunity. Trump, the presumptive Republican nominee, remains an influential figure in U.S. politics. Hosting him early could position the UK as a diplomatic bridge to a potential second Trump presidency. In Washington, Starmer had already made moves, meeting with both Democrat and Republican leaders, affirming support for Ukraine, and signaling Britain's post-Brexit assertiveness. Inviting Trump early could mean leverage on trade, on diplomacy, and perhaps even on global standing. But inside Buckingham Palace, the mood was more cautious. According to senior royal sources, there was hesitation, not opposition, but concern. The king had his reasons. He had recently toured Canada, a Commonwealth realm where Trump's past remarks about annexation caused a ripple of unease. A hasty state visit might reignite controversy, especially when Canada and Britain are watching closely. More importantly, King Charles was reportedly advised to pace his engagements as he continues treatment for an undisclosed illness. A grand state occasion is no small undertaking. Diplomacy may be soft power, but for the crown, it also carries very real weight. And then there's Donald Trump. Never shy of ceremony, Trump reportedly prefers the pomp and circumstance of a full visit. When told that the king might prefer a private reception first, Trump allegedly pushed back. "Do it big," was the message. A royal banquet, parades, and the full red carpet rollout. This mirrors his 2019 state visit, where Trump and the Queen shared toasts under the chandeliers of Buckingham Palace. He sees the monarchy not just as heritage, but as legacy, symbolism, and prestige. A second state visit? That's history. Now the storyline shifts, a fast-track timeline. September is no accident. With the U.S. election cycle heating up, and Labour eager to stake their international credibility, it's a calculated decision. The sooner Trump visits, the more control Britain might retain over the tone of future U.S. relations, especially if Trump returns to the White House. But for the king, this abrupt change means less preparation, more media scrutiny, and reduced diplomatic space. Royal advisors reportedly floated the idea of delaying until 2026. That idea, it seems, was quickly shelved. Under Britain's constitutional monarchy, the monarch acts on the advice of ministers. So technically, Starmer has every right to advance the invitation. The king signs off, but doesn't set the schedule. Still, this unusual tension raises questions. How much influence does the monarchy still hold over international diplomacy? Is this a one-off moment of assertive leadership or a sign of shifting balance between crown and cabinet? The upcoming visit will be a spectacle. Expect marching bands, golden coaches, and an elaborate state banquet. But beneath the surface, the visit could reveal deeper truths about modern Britain, about soft power, and about how the country negotiates tradition in the age of political pragmatism. For Starmer, this is a debut on the world stage. For Trump, it's vindication. And for the king, it's a test of statesmanship. Can he maintain the crown's image of unity while navigating political waters he didn't stir? As September draws near, the countdown begins, not just to a royal dinner, but to a rare moment where diplomacy, power, and personality converge. 3 figures, 3 agendas, and one golden invitation that could shape the tone of a new